Welcome to Born to be Wild, a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign set in Matthew Mercer's Wildemount campaign setting. My name is DarkInsanities. I play a tiefling, largely called Pelaios. I exist here and on the internet at DarkInsanities. Hi, Frici.
Hi, my name is Frici. I play an elven druid called Belanor, and currently only exist here at Frici.
Hi, Dave.
Hi, I'm Dave. I actually have a normal Twitter account now. It's at DaveDVCT. I play a dwarf that misses a lot. And if I don't watch out, the rest of the party will use me as a soccer ball at some point because I'm so small.
We should totally do that.
That's all I got.
Hi, Vixie.
Hello, I play Lisana, Human Ranger. I am on Twitter at VixieRose.
Hi, Rocky.
Hi all. I am Rocky. I'm the crazy one who's running everything and hopefully may or may not kill the party coming up and seeing what little bit of the story comes up next. You can find me at the GM Rocky, capital TGMR, over on Twitter. And also stream, but some of you probably already saw me earlier. So
Rocky was live talking about. So Tasha's Cauldron of Everything is out today. Rocky did a bit of a stream looking at some of the stuff. Nothing in that book is going to feature in today's show, unless Rocky's much faster than I give him credit for. But we haven't had that conversation yet. So, also, did you have, in case everyone missed it, but secrets of DMing were revealed there. Repeatedly try and murder the party and see if any story falls out. Anyway. Last week's episode is up on YouTube, and you can find a link to that and the full playlist of our shows, episodes, things, calamities, I don't know, with the !campaign command in chat, which will just repeatedly be obnoxious and throw itself in your face throughout the stream. So if you want to catch up or, just give us views so we can feed off the adoration of the masses, then go watch, like, subscribe, tell all your friends. Yeah, that covers that. The overlay on the screen is from D&D Beyond. All of the character commands give you links to our character sheets on D&D Beyond, and so all of that stuff is the official version, so to speak, of our characters. We use Roll20 for everything you actually see on the stream itself. All the maps, all the rolls, all of that sort of thing is Roll20. There'll be no alerts making noise or on the screen when the game is live, and we will mostly be ignoring chat in voice, but we'll type in chat because it gives us something to do when Vak is rolling as many misses as possible in the space of one turn.
Yeah.
I had to think of something funny but not outright offensive, and I was like, oh crap, I had to actually think of something now. Lastly, we have 3 rules in this stream. Number 1, the DM is always right. Number 2, players can try to change the DM's mind, but the DM is still always right. Number 3, viewers are not players and they don't get to argue. Hi, Rocky.
well, hey all, time for a swapping of music for things and stuff.
I feel like rule number 2 is mostly made for you and me, Dark.
I had noticed that a little bit. Well, Frici and Vixie sort of go along with whatever the rules say. You and me just keep finding creative ways to try and break them.
I
Whether-
am generally of the understanding that if I like the rule, I won't speak about it. If I don't like the rule, I'll talk to the GM, and we're gonna rewrite the rule for our campaign. Because honestly, playing D&D rules as written is boring as all heck. And we're not in a wizard's table, we're on our table. So on our table, we can rewrite the rules to fit our own campaign the only way we wish, any way we wish, really, as long as the GM agrees.
Quite so. That all said, we were traveling from Rasona off to a point near-ish the edge of some of the Barbed Fields with some new supplies gained and gathered. But for the most part, I think we just stopped before you started the trek into the field themselves.
That sounds about right, to give Dave time to pacify the dog last week.
So right before we start walking inward, I'm gonna say something that, or the dwarf will say something that is as stupid and weird as he usually is, and that is, do barbarians live in the Barbed Fields?
If we had cameras
As
on,
we all hear a collective sigh off mic.
and face palms, just everyone's face palming so hard you can hear it straight through the mic. Even if we were all on mute right now, you'd still hear it.
I'm sure someone will correct him. I'm sure someone will correct him that the correct term is barbaric, not barbed.
I'm not sure anyone's going to correct him.
No, Lisana's just gonna let him believe it.
Oh, as a note, every night since we left Risona? Is it Risona or Risona? Anyway,
Persona.
I can't words, it's normal. Every night since then, you will have noticed, or you may not have noticed, depends how much you cared, that while Pelaios normally just spends his evening quietly meditating to himself, he has been instead just sitting and brooding every single night since they left the city. Which, whatever.
I'm pretty sure it doesn't have to do with a man and being called out for what his name might be.
It could be that. It could be something else he learnt about in the city.
Moody, broody teen.
Anyway.
So it will be a bit of a tough journey. This is a relatively tough terrain, so your mounts will be traveling around half speed. Therein, I will need someone to head or help and head in terms of a survival check to get through where you need to be going, and for those who are doing things else, well, perceptions. So who's going to be leading, who's going to be helping, who's going to be watching?
I can help with that.
I'll lead, why not?
Well, remember, if you lead, you're making the survival check.
Are you sure you want to make the survival check?
I mean, I have +3.
That's
Mine's +6.
I'm gonna let Lisana lead.
I have +1. I'll do it.
All right. So
we might find barbarians after all.
All right. So Frici, you are assisting Lisana in the survival check.
Yes.
All right. So that means Lisana, you can roll the survival check with advantage due to the help of your natural friend.
Nice.
And for the other two, give me some perception checks.
I have a question. What are we looking for in the Barbed Fields?
You are looking for what is probably some creature at some place messing with some artifact. So it's really you're kind of
weird
looking for
happening.
the weird stuff.
My question is whether a religion roll would help us get a better understanding of where we have to go.
In this particular case, recalls of religion, that may be barely something, actually, going off the religious historical significance of where some points may have occurred in the Barbed Fields. Go for it.
But yeah, what we were told by the Bright Queen was basically weird shit's happening. Find out what it is and make it stop.
No, I don't know. I don't know shit.
You should have stopped with perception.
You specifically probably didn't study the particular points here when
I
it
have
came
a perception of 0. I just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, but if you'd roll perception, it would no doubt be a natural 20.
That all said, thankfully there does not appear to be much going on, the survival check was able to pass relatively easily.
Yeah, I'm looking effectively, given from what we've been told. Basically, anything moving. That isn't
Anything
us.
weird moving, something weird and planar. But let me have a second survival check. Same folks doing the same stuff, I assume?
I think so.
That's a safe assumption.
I mean,
If it isn't
it won't. 20. It won't make sense for me to roll another religion, right? Because I just figured I don't know nothing.
Correct.
Don't know
So
anything.
possibly
Yeah.
if you could, some other check that is not religion might work.
Would Arcana qualify? I don't feel like it would from what you've told us.
I mean, it
Arcana
would, because
would
a lot
be
of-
in a sense of looking back. This was, during the big fight, so maybe, weird planar stuff that counts as Arcana.
That's valid. Okay, I'll roll an Arcana. That can roll perception for the day, or something. I'll take a 21. There it is.
There it is.
So typical.
Good points and good checks all around. Pelaios, from what you can tell, is that as you are starting to make your approach here, and Vakhuil, you can kind of get a scent of it, as well as you smell something dank, swampy, a little bit corrosive to the nose. And Pelaios, you are actually starting to get the sense that there is some sort of slight planar crossover here between a couple elemental planes, particularly as we get to the edge of what we're looking at here, at a set of fields. The plane of ooze.
God.
As you
That's the
see
last thing I
an
wanted.
overgrown, fetid field with slips and slides of ooze and other corrupted waters.
Can I put
fun.
myself in front of the rest of the group? Somehow.
Oh yes,
I
yes.
mean, we haven't
line
quite
yourself however you like.
We haven't reacted yet. I'll say something to the rest of the group. Something's not quite right about this.
Yeah, it smells kind of weird here.
Something is not native to this plane. Probably, or possibly what we're looking for.
What is the area where we're allowed to change our place?
Within this first small set here, give me a second to point. Pretty much along this line here. This little stretch of land.
Pelaios, can you go all the way to the right?
I'm fine with this. I
There you
assume,
go.
Rocky, I assume that is that a sort of hill to the side of us, or is this like a small dip, or is this a cliff?
Imagine that what you see is the darker stuff. That's more like sticky, icky, oozy slime.
Okay, but
Does it reduce our movement somehow?
I mean, one can only imagine what it'll do.
Okay.
But the sort of yellower bit, is that
That would be the waters.
okay? So it's
That are,
sort of river, well, stream, really, I suppose, type layout thing. Okay.
Yep. A flooded, fetid field.
Wonderful.
And so, y'all may move up to your speed in whatever directions you may feel.
Can I
For now.
do another perception check to see if I can see something hidden?
Sure, you can definitely roll to see if you happen to spot anything out of the ordinary.
Hmm?
15?
From what you can tell, things are very still and slimy and stinky and yucky.
Okay, well, since we don't know where Pelaios,
Maybe
can
Hello.
or any of you other spellcasters like
Actual
Belanor.
spellcasters, yeah.
Can you guys figure out more or less the direction we're going through this field? Because I don't know which direction to go to protect you guys.
So basically, which direction is the badness in?
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess my previous Arcana check was not recent or specific enough to qualify for that.
Not specifically, no. You just happen to know that what you are witnessing here is some sort of a planar crossover due to the plane
Planar
of
fields.
ooze somehow.
Would I be able to see how helpful this would be to us? For example, if we were to cross through the slime.
Yes, you can give
it
me
acid
a
slime?
nature or arcana check.
Can I assist with that?
Go for it. Frici, you can roll advantage on that. Or you can roll, or you can both roll, depending upon what you would each please.
I leave that decision to Vixie.
Well, given that it is something elemental, you would have advantage on these checks.
So roll separately because
You said nature, or
Nature
said
or
nature, didn't you?
arcana.
if you roll separately, you
Okay,
get 3 rolls
sure.
out of it if Lisana gets advantage.
The point, Lisana has advantage anyway. We can roll separately.
Are you
I'm
rolling?
gonna
Are you
do
rolling
a-
Arcana for Ichi or Belanor?
Yes,
I'll assist you with
gonna roll
Arcana.
Arcana.
I don't know if I can all about nature, but Pelaios will assist with Arcana check if you're rolling Arcana.
Okay. Then I'm gonna turn it into an Arcana advantage roll.
Okay, well, Lisana, let's get that nature roll first from you. And then the arcana check from Belanor. Okay, given the natural way of things in dealing with oozes, these seem to be more sludge and earthen based. So the waters will be counting as difficult terrain, and possibly if you start a turn in the more viscous slime, it may have some corrosive effects.
Corrosive. Oh.
Fun.
Corrosive in the way that your armor burns away?
Corrosive in the way that your clothes are going to kind of go zip, zip, zip.
Oh, good. Do we know
Yay.
anything about oozes?
I don't
Anyone?
know. Unlikely, but that's probably something to think of if you happen to do encounter oozes.
In the highly unlikely event in which we actually encounter oozes in about 10 seconds.
Well,
I'm-
you can't
I'm
quite
mo-
roll anything given the circumstance that you assisted with the roll. So we still have Dave, who has been informed, so that would be his turn thereof.
Yeah. Basically, don't stand in the water too long, is what you have to go off of.
The water
Yeah,
is
divine
slow,
sense
but it's
wouldn't
the
make sense because these
yeah.
aren't celestial fiends or undead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna go and stand here and see what happens. I just want to be in the general, in front of the party.
Yeah, remember the yellow water
is
is
difficult
difficult
terrain.
terrain, so
That's only 15 feet,
Okay.
so he should be able to do that. I'd have
It's
thought.
only 15
yeah,
feet, so
barely.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so barely. Okay, gotcha. All right, yep. So you move right there, and that will end that particular set of turns. So we can have the next one.
Down
I
the
just
line,
want to be in front of the party. That's all I care about.
down the line, left to right seems easiest, unless until we end up in initiative order.
Mm-hmm.
I'm suggesting to go this direction.
That's fair as well, but going too far.
And then make the crossing here.
Well, make your movements if you're gonna.
I'm suggesting that to the party and see if they agree with it.
Pelaios will shrug.
Not gonna move too far, but gonna move a little.
Yeah.
See how
Pelaios
things
will
are.
shrug and move up here. I could probably move a bit further, but every time I do that, I seem to end up dying, so.
I think maybe going left into the open area and crossing there would probably be the safest way across.
Where? Can you show with the thingy?
You've got yours currently hidden, Lisana.
So there, and then cross where? There. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah, the river there seems to be a little bit less wide.
Am I in difficult terrain right now?
You're not. You are still currently on land.
Okay, I'll get over here.
I think listening to the ranger might be best. This is sort of their
Yes.
ranger's area of expertise, all things considered.
Well, hold up, Belanor. I don't know if that's within your movement for the final. Since you've already moved once, so that's. Oh yeah, I
that's
guess you could
30
have
feet.
done a double move. Yeah. Double move does count in this current circumstance.
He did count it.
Yeah, yeah, you moved and then dashed. Any other movements particular?
And I will follow it back.
All right.
And as with last time, the enemies will attack from the back.
No.
Not quite though, as sort of from the viscous sort of plant life, just the oozy little splats and sports. There does seem to be some movement now, as I will reveal them. And now, here we go. We can have some initiative.
Are we supposed to see something?
Do you not see the big green splats?
Is it just to the left of back? Or are we not seeing?
There.
Yeah, I see it.
There's one
There. And there.
Oh, it's those things. Oh.
Yep. They are very, very similar colour to the. So, those who can't see them necessarily on stream, there's one there, and one there. Initiative.
I can
you have to do
do
that manually.
Oh yeah.
Roll this.
Nice.
That's better initiative.
I have like joint highest dexterity in this party, and I always seem to roll shit on initiative. Actually, how many of us have a dexterity of 16? Is it 2 or 3?
Would be 2. I don't have a dexterity of 16.
Hmm.
Mine is 14.
Lisana has +3 on initiative.
Yeah. Pelaios and Lisana have the 2 highest initiatives, and we've rolled not actually the 2 worst because Belanor rolled lower, but I consistently roll terribly on initiative, despite having a +3 to my initiative.
Everyone within range for me, by the way? Yes. Okay, so we're not surprised. That's important to
Should
remember.
be able to see the nameplates for the oozes now.
Yes, we can see them.
Yes. Rocky, did you hear me?
Say again?
Did you remember that we're not surprised by these things?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh, okay.
What could possibly go wrong? Congratulations, you get to go first.
Well, first off, gonna do that. And can I do anything beyond that? Is that a bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will hit the ooze next to me.
Twice. Sweet level 5 extra attack.
No, I don't.
Are you good?
Sorry. Yeah, I was thinking about going in.
He's so pissed off with Pelaios from last stream, he's just leaving us all to our fates.
I was thinking about
Flanking.
flanking it, but I also don't want the other ooze to hit Belanor.
I mean, flanking's
Yeah,
only a
that's fair.
flanking's only a +1 to hit, so you normally miss by more than that.
Yeah,
anyway,
which is
so...
useful for me. Which is useful for me.
I was gonna say, you normally miss by more than that, so...
I'm just gonna hit the ooze with the warhammer. I'm hoping that hits.
AC 25.
24 will hit, yes.
Oh, good. I'm really glad that hits.
For 11 damage. Now I can... Is the extra attack a bonus attack, or is that just another
It's
attack
whenever
action?
you take the action, you get to swing twice.
Okay. But I'm just gonna roll it again. Does that hit?
That will also hit, yes.
I like this.
Five damage. Does it look like I'm damaging it at all? It is a magical weapon.
Yes, it does appear that your attacks are quite effective in removing its constitute. But it is still there.
Does it seem like I did a lot of damage to it, or does it just seem like it took a few hits? Can I can I even tell?
It looks to be, from what you can tell with a quick cursory glance, that it is barely holding itself together. And I believe that is all you can do.
Together. Okay. Yeah, that's all I can do. I'm just scared that I'm gonna lose my fucking armor right about now.
I'll write a pseudopod upon each, and we'll see exactly what happens.
It'll be an opportunity.
So 2 pseudopods on Vakhuil.
If you do lose your armor, Vak, then it'll be an opportunity for you to, you know, like, remodel yourself. It's nice that they tried.
As a nudist, you mean?
Wow, can you just imagine us having to go through the rest of this campaign with a paladin, a damage tank, deciding that they're just going through the rest of this campaign as a nudist?
Well, let's tarry that thought away and have a hit on Pelaios.
Ha, no.
Misses from the oozes in all directions.
Speaking of Pelaios, hi. What do I have that I might want to do? I know. We're gonna cut. Oh, actually, is that lighting conditions? Is it the middle of the day, bright sunshine out?
Day.
In that case, I'm going to shocking grasp for one next to me. With a 17.
17 will hit.
17 to hit, and I just sort of poke it with my tail and just shoot it up with 14 for lightning damage. Nice.
Yep. And it can't take any reactions this turn.
I don't believe it can, no. Oh no, I'm so happy.
Doesn't that mean you can go away there?
It means I could move away from it, yes. And where do I want to go? That's the question, actually. Where do I want to go? Because we're sort of surrounded with water on all sides. And I can move across the water. It's just you said if we start in the water, bad things might happen.
Correct.
And water is difficult terrain, so if I were to go, I could get 20 feet, I suppose.
Keep in mind that the darker water is also deeper, so
Yeah,
It's also difficult terrain, yeah.
I can get Ben, I'm guessing, about 15 feet over here without any issues. I will move over that. It doesn't get its reaction, so it can't attack of opportunity me. That's a thing. That's a thing. And there's no bonus actions I can take. I don't know what there is, but none I want to take, I don't think. Yep, nope, we're good. I will... That's the wrong tab. I will end
Well,
my
before
turn.
you end your turn,
Oh, no.
seems to be proximity is triggering more creatures to appear.
Of course it is.
Oh,
I deserve that.
me.
Yeah, I deserve that.
Can you enable the name tag for that too?
Yeah, I'll get to it.
So, while Rocky turns on that name tag and my inevitable fate slowly approaches on usually not a large number of legs, whatever, I will end my turn.
yeah, eggs.
Yeah,
Gives us Belanor's turn. At which point a little flame dance on his hand. And start-
Remember that
Yes?
if you are doing it, I believe, can you do it with this as a melee or a ranged? Because if it's a ranged attack with it, it is technically at disadvantage since you are threatened by the ooze adjacent to you.
Oh yes, there's a. I was looking at the ooze behind Vakhuil. I forgot that one because I can't see it under my name tag.
I'll fix that.
Can you have it be above my?
Nor.
We all know
Okay,
who
we're changing
Belanor is.
plans then. Okay. We are changing plans then to the more immediate danger because I was not looking at that.
That is the one I hit, right?
Yes.
That is the one you
Yeah,
hit,
okay.
yeah. But I forgot it existed because it's under my name tag. So I couldn't see it.
So what's the plan?
Plan is when I hit it with my sword. Which
Do
being
it.
a magical sword, it should hit. Well, provided I roll.
Yeah, we don't know what kind of properties these oozes have, so you know.
We've established that the water is caustic. I'd like to make that all hit, given...
Yeah.
Didn't you hit both of them last time? Or oh no, wait, it was just one that you hit, wasn't it? You had 2 attacks, but on one creature. It died.
It has deconstituted.
How does that look when an ooze dies?
Imagine less of a lump and more of a puddle.
Okay.
So he hasn't
But
said
it's
died.
still,
He said gone, so...
It's still acid on the floor where it was?
You're not quite sure about what would happen if you stand on it.
Okay.
Can I point out he didn't say died, he said deconstituted. And reconstituted is a word as well. I'm just throwing it out there.
That's entirely fair.
We don't know what's going to happen. This hasn't occurred to Pelaios yet, but...
They're going to combine into one big ooze.
And then eat the smallest thing they can find.
Really worth the move. I know I'm not gonna move. Belanor will be any time here.
We all know what happens if you move.
Lisana, your turn.
That's actually a point. Am I small enough to be grappled inside the ooze?
That's a thing for another time. These are relatively small. These are what kind of size?
Tiny, aren't they?
These are tiny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is not a gelatinous cube.
Yep. And
We're not
anyways,
having that
not your
bad
guys' turns. Hush, 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 hush.
Oh.
Lisana, what are you doing?
I'm taking a shot at the one to the right.
Height. The brand new longbow.
Hmm.
Oh.
Okay.
I like it.
Oh.
There's the first.
Nice.
There's the first 20.
Nicely done. That's the second 20 the sun has rolled today.
Let's drop that damage. And you still have a second shot.
Try to go
I
hit the 20 again.
I should be able to hit the one to the left too, correct?
The one to the
Without
left
anyone
and the
technically
one
being in the
yep,
way.
correct. The one to the left as well as the one above, sort of closest to Pelaios.
I'm gonna go for the one to the left.
The 12 sadly will not hit as this thing is weird, it is small, it is tiny. Weird stuff. 12 will not. But at least you got an
Combination
just
of that
barely.
and getting used to the new bow.
Oh yeah. Kind of like made partially for Nolish hands, but also with that human flair, so it's getting used to it. Vakhuil.
It is like adjacent to it, me, right?
Yes, it is still in that space. It just happens to not be centered.
I think I'm just gonna hit it, I'll be honest.
That'll hit.
And another one.
That'll also hit.
Why am I hitting things? This
Yeah, I
is
was
not
going to say,
natural.
Dave, how does it feel to be hitting things?
And can I still divine smite that?
Yeah, it is technically after a hit, though you can only divine smite it on the one, the recent hit.
Yeah.
As the flash of radiant light makes this thing a poodle.
That was a first level spell slot. Okay. And that's my turn.
Or oozes.
Now here comes the trouble. I want to save Pelaios, but at the other end I also don't want more oozes.
It doesn't hit me.
Nope. Yeah, it doesn't hit, and that's all it can do.
Alrighty. Given how it worked so well last time. Shocking grasp. Oh, fuck my life. Natural 1.
There's my one.
There it is.
I go to prod this from the retail again, and apparently I just miss because no apparent reason. He just completely loses focus just for long enough that he doesn't, and the electricity just sort of sparks straight into the ground and basically earths itself, which actually, come to think of it, sounds really uncomfortable, but it's magic electricity, so it's fine.
Quite.
Apart from the whole no spell attack was happened. He swears to himself in Infernal and ends his turn.
Belanor.
Risk a turn. I won't risk a turn. Instead, I'll attack. So, this time, because this one is far, and I'm not missing another one around me, I believe.
Correct.
Not yet.
I will be... Yeah, Belanor will be trying to attack the one behind Pelaios, which would be Courtier's Claim. If I ever find it.
$16 will hit.
Nice for some of us.
You say that, but the flame didn't do much.
Well, even though it did not impact as much, after apparently being hit or scathed by that thing of fire, the ooze is quivering.
And I'm not really moving.
Oh, it's vulnerable to fire. That's nice.
You say
Oh, I never said it did more damage. It just seems to... Fire seems to have
like
a
it.
strange other effect. Yeah, it's like it's trying to move away from the fire.
You say it didn't do much for Frici, but between the two of us, I've successfully attacked the ground this round. And you actually hit it, so, you know.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
But that was the end of my turn.
Yep, Lisana, it is your go. Where are we shooting?
So I stepped over to the left a little to get a clearer shot, and I'm going to try and hit the ooze.
Alrighty.
This
That's
is
a good
very
hit.
clear shot.
And with a second shot available. Good accuracy
Jesus
now.
Christ.
I mean, that's pretty consistent.
Quite consistent. We'll be keeping initiative order until we are technically off the map.
Which direction are we trying to go? Are we trying to go to the north?
Yes, north pretty much.
Okay, thank you. I cannot make it past this in one turn.
There is always the action dash.
Mm-hmm. We're not
If you touch,
in
you
combat.
could make it in a turn, yeah.
We're not in combat, even though we are in initiative, so there's nothing to go and hit instead, so dash would do it.
How far can I move even with the dash?
It's 25 feet because of your base movement, 50 total.
Yes, I
but
know, but because of this.
It's only
difficult
about-
terrain. Difficult terrain, it's double movement through it, so depending upon your pathing, unless you would like to make a check in order to jump over it.
Can I do that with athletics?
You can do that with athletics, but
How does my
we'll see what
advantage
happens.
work?
It's specifically for pushing stuff. So.
Oh, well, I'm pushing away the ground. No, I'm kidding.
Roll a strength check against the planet. I think you're going to lose.
You know that level yet?
Do I jump over it?
You are able to jump without losing the movement speed, correct?
Excellent. Okay.
If you had rolled any lower, well,
then I don't have to. Then I don't have to use my dash. I'm just gonna get in front of Pelaios and end my turn.
No current oozes.
Question.
Answer.
Having seen at least 2 of these relatively up close at this point, am I able to recognize, identify, anticipate anything more about them, or make any informed guesses as to how many more there are likely to be, or anything?
Unlikely to figure out exactly how many in number, but it does appear to be that they only have a sort of ability to sense out to a certain range. So a bunch aren't going to come in, likely. But once you get within, probably, from what you can tell, about 20 feet of one, it'll start constituting and moving.
Okay, so they're basically just forming out of puddle water, effectively, when we get near enough. Okay.
From my character, it's 60 feet to get out of here.
That would make it about 65 for me. I can almost do that in a turn.
And that's 3 turns for me.
With a dash, I could do that in almost 1 turn. Question is, should I? Because that's a long way, and the answer is probably no, because squishy.
Be alone and surrounded.
Yeah. I'm gonna go... Where did that other one start, Rocky? It was about here, right? The one that showed up when I crossed over.
Say again?
The one that showed up when I crossed over to this side showed up about there, is that right?
Somewhat-ish.
Okay. I will go just here then for now. And... I haven't actually done any actions at all to turn, so...
So that about all you gotta do?
I think that's about all. What the heck? Can I roll a perception, see if I see any more, just because why the hell not?
Sure.
Yeah, 12.
You do not happen to see any. It seems to be that they are very well suited to this particular environment in hiding.
This somehow fails to even slightly surprise me. Cool. Belanor.
Instead of a long move, actually, I can move.
As we do
without
happen to
issue.
have one constitute once you have ended your turn there.
I think so. I can move here without an issue. If
Pretty
I'm
much,
counting
yeah.
that properly. Then I will move there. And can I cast? Can I throw a produce flame at this one, at the paddle that it left?
You can if you like, but there is also one a little bit ahead that did.
Actually, that one is close enough as well. I think. Let's see.
60 feet? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's right at the limit. I think.
That's at 30 feet. That's like half.
What's the range on produce flame? Because it's throwing it, isn't it? It's not firing it as such.
I think it's 60 feet, isn't it?
Produce flame. Not sure. What's the firing range of that?
Should say in the spell. Give me a second.
$30.
It is 30. Brain. Gotta love it.
Brains are overrated.
Holy
Okay,
shit! You can also use it as utility. I did not know that.
Yeah, it's literally you create a flame in your hand, basically. Just because Frici just because Belanor only ever uses it to launch at other things and set them on fire, you've got a free torch. We're never going to have trouble lighting a campfire. You know, if he ever feels the hair's getting too long, he has a convenient way to remove it, that sort of thing.
There are lots of ways to use a produced flame. And this is one of those ways. I could use it either to attack that ooze that Pelaios decided to run towards, or I could use it for my experiment.
Can you
That'd
set
be
the ground
nice.
under it on fire? Is that a thing you can do?
Well, given that it is currently on the ground, setting the ground under it on fire.
Depends on the ground.
In fairness, by the way, I moved half my distance and it wasn't there when I moved. Just saying.
Nothing is there when you move, it appears after.
That's why I only took half movement.
Anyway, I guess I'll attack it. So that will be a produced flame towards that ooze. So
Yep.
it.
That was very nearly a
At
1.
which point
Definitely
you
a hit.
see a ball of flame start dancing in Belanor's hand, and the cat head form that will launch and try to bite that. Cool. That allows me to click. Doesn't. Yes, I can. It will do 10 damage.
The flavor adds more damage.
Right?
As once you do hit it with that impactful bit of flame, the same quivering behavior occurs with the ooze.
It will currently end. Oh, no. That.
Oh.
End my turn.
Did Dave just have a brain faint?
Yeah.
Well, Lisana, what are we doing?
Lisana is going to cast Misty Step and teleport in front of Vakhuil.
Alright, up to 30 feet.
The thing I just realized is maybe I shouldn't be the one leading in this particular area.
Because you're not very big on fire?
Because I don't have any fire.
Well, bonus action. Lisana, what about your move and your action as we can figure that out on your turn, Dave?
Yeah.
I'm going to take a shot at it.
$12 will miss. Thankfully, you have a second shot. Beater, let's see that damage.
We'll take the first one as her being disoriented from using Misty Step for the first time.
Oh yeah, definitely teleports are weird on the senses, and you still have your movement as well, since bonus action teleport entirely free.
Is Lisana now on 3 out of 5? Or is it 4 out of 5 now?
On hits?
Kills.
Oh.
Do you think
3 out of 5, I think.
Yeah. Do you think the rest of us should start helping?
Well, before
I
anything
killed
more,
one.
1 moment.
Do I have one?
A couple more oozes have appeared now that Lisana has ended in that space.
I'm gonna light a torch and probably confuse the hell out of people around me. I'm gonna light a torch and step in front of Lisana and just wave it around and see if the oozes react to it.
How are you waving around the torch?
I'm like waving
Menacingly?
it around like menacingly, yeah.
Then please give me an intimidate check with advantage.
Oh, that's absolutely unfair.
Nice.
Well, they are quivering because you have the fire out, but it doesn't seem to be hindering what may occur next.
That was my action, wasn't it?
Yes.
I'm just gonna shout back to Belanor and say, Belanor, I think if you make a lot of fire, these things might just leave us alone. And I'm gonna end my turn there.
Whose time?
I love how every time it's user's turn, it jumps back to that first one, which appears to be dead for an hour.
Yeah, it's a little funny like that. It is actively avoiding the one with the torch.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
So we will have an attack on Pelaios and an attack on Lisana.
Could you do the thing so that it isn't hiding under Lisana's name tag again? Because it took me a moment. Thanking you.
First, the attack on Pelaios.
No.
Then the attack on Lisana. Also no.
And so...
Fire. We just need a lot of fire.
I have one You know what? Fuck up. At disadvantage, because it's right next to me, I'm going to shoot a firebolt straight at this one, right next to me.
Alright.
18.
18 will hit.
That'll hit anyway, despite the disadvantage. And 11 fire damage straight in its face. I will, because this is apparently just what I do now, with cantrips, just point blank firebolt it straight in the whatever seems to be passing for a face from the point of my tail. I don't know when I decided that I cast cantrips from my tail or why, but apparently that's just a thing I do now. Yeah. I do that thing. 11 fire damage to it.
Yep, still there.
Still there, disappointing.
But very much more shivery.
I understand how fire could make you cold, yeah. And because it's still there, I'm not going to move because none of us have been hit so far. I don't see any reason to change that if I don't have to. Probably just jinx that.
Actually, do I need to? No, I don't need to move. Still at enough range.
Wonder what would happen if you put fire into the sludge. Sorry, shouldn't have said that out loud.
I was considering that when they died and you didn't move, but let's see. Which of the two do I want to attack? This one is scared.
One's already been damaged.
But this one can attack. Actually, both can attack Lisana. That's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. Theoretically speaking, this one is going to try and move away from Pelaios now he's used fire. So maybe if you attack this one will move somewhere away from Lisana? Maybe?
At that point, the only person who won't have used fire towards them will be Lisana, however.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. Belanor can do what he wants. He's too far away for me to yell instructions at him. And it being Pelaios, he'd probably ignore those instructions anyway.
You guys have 2 turns, so you have a chance to kill the other. Okay, let's try that. So it will be a first flame on this guy here.
Alright.
Already kinda hurt.
That'll hit.
Please be a high roll. Please be a high roll.
It's
not bad.
Much of a high roll.
It is still in one piece.
It is average though, isn't it? A little bit above average.
Below average.
Yeah, little
Is
bit
it?
below average.
Oh.
If I was a D8.
9 is about average.
That is what I can kindly do.
You can also move, but who knows what that may trigger that.
In fairness, we have covered most of the space between where you are and the rest of us, so you could probably move to us if you really wanted to. Without pissing off too many
what
people.
I'm thinking. Move, for example, nope. Can I move here? No, I can't. It will,
Yeah, you can.
Isn't that its space though?
No, the space above you is that is its space. Pretty much
And
you
it's
would
a
be
tiny
adjacent to it if you
creature,
did that, yeah.
It's a tiny creature, you can probably stand in its space.
Yeah, but who knows what that would do.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Fun to find out?
End my turn
Question
here.
mark.
Okay. Lisana, what you gonna do? Thinking on the situation, Lisana?
He said sorry in chat. Minor interruption.
Minor interruption.
Can we take a quick
Minor
break,
introduction
Angelo?
from a minor. Yeah, probably. We shouldn't be too long after this. Actually, we're getting close to break time, anyways.
Okay. So, are we taking a break? Is that yes or no?
Depends upon how long the minor interruption is.
Sorry about that. I guess I'm going to take the disadvantage shot at the one to my right.
Sorry, there's also the one below you as well, which has been hit a few times.
Yeah, but it's got two
or.
people on it already. So.
That's true, yeah. Alright, let's see the accuracy of the bow. 14 still goes. And second shot. 14 still good. Even at the disadvantage shot, enough to take it down.
Win.
Vakhuil, it's your turn.
So since that ooze is nowhere near me, I'm just gonna do a thing that I'm gonna try.
Oh boy.
Is everyone away from the sludge?
So far, by the looks of it.
Sludge is in corpses of blobs, yes?
I'm gonna stick my torch into the sludge.
Okay.
Oh, no. This is going to go well.
Does that do anything?
Well, we'll see what happens at the start of your next turn.
I mean, it is my turn right now.
Yes, at the start of your next turn. It has to be submerged for a certain amount of time. Effects happen. Start of next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I'm gonna do. And that's my turn. Done.
A wall of fire along these conveniently drawn lines on the map.
One ooze pseudopod to try and smack Pelaios.
Emphasis on try.
Yeah, and that's all it can do.
Pelaios just saw me do the dumbest thing he's ever seen.
Yes. Pelaios will look at back, raise an eyebrow, then slightly sneer and slap the ooze next to him with a shopping grasp, delivered by the tail as usual.
That'll hit.
10 lightning. Black crackling lightning crawls all over it, and it sort of just sludges into the ground.
Mm-hmm. Still got your movement and other stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true, and I can actually move now. He will move. I should think about this so that we don't piss off everyone else. No, he won't. He is going to stay where he is and just watch Vak with a back to his raised eyebrow, just waiting to see how this all goes hilariously wrong and Vak loses his eyebrows or something. His head just goes up in a flame straight into his face.
Bye-bye, beard.
Your turn.
Much I can really do at this point. I'll probably be moving closer to the inner parts of the field, so to speak, and ending the turn there.
Lisana, it's your turn.
Lisana would have seen Vak put the torch in the ooze, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, she's stepping forward into an open area.
Vac doing stupid shit.
Alright. Roll me a D100, please.
Oh shit! What about 1?
You actually rolled a 1 on your 100.
That he did.
We're going to die.
Alright. As you pull the torch out, you see that somehow the ooze that it is covered in is making it sort of spark a weird, sickly yellow green flame. Roll me another D100, please.
Oh, fuck.
As you are pulling it back up, apparently something ignites a little bit, and there is a backsplash of the ooze that is now highly caustic due to the increased temperature. And it, well, can you please roll me a d6? You lose 2 inches off of your beard.
Oh no!
You have gotten your beard shortened because of this.
So the lake doesn't catch on fire?
No, it doesn't. But we can move back to our big map as we can have our break as well.
I just wanted to catch the wool on fire.
That was a thing. How long was your beard, Dave? Back, person.
Good question.
Given that it reaches just about clavicle, so we're probably gonna say it was maybe about 4 to 6 inches.
And now it's
That's half my beard.
2 to 4 inches.
That's about it's half your beard. I'm going to
That's what you get for messing with things you don't understand.
That's funny. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna go on break. We'll be back in a few minutes or so.
Have our break. That said, we good?
I believe we're good.
All right. Well, we are back to our track time. So, who is heading the survival?
Probably still me.
All right. And any assists, or are we going to be on the lookout for more folks this time?
Still helping with the survival.
I will look around.
I guess.
For ooze and other.
Why am I even here?
Jesus Christ, Lisana.
Lisana has had 3 natural 20s today. I've had a natural 1. Yay. We see where all the good dice rolls are going. I'll roll up.
Hey, would you rather me roll a 1 on a survival check?
It's probably fair. I'll roll up something on perception, just because, to see if I can roll another natural 1 or not.
Why is that rolling at advantage? Well, 2.
2.
No idea why I did that. Probably weird stuff.
Oh, it was my bad.
No worries, no worries. Just one moment. Thankfully, relatively easy. I'll just need one. Wait, let me just double check.
I see a barb.
No, I will not be needing a second. As you do approach, you get to a sort of more graying waste area, and within a large cliff, there is a much larger, taller tree, though its leaves look sickly, grayed in this landscape. Probably not what it could be. Pelaios, could you give me an Arcana check, please?
I can probably manage that. 22.
This is definitely probably some other intersect that you have come across before, or at least some form of intersect, or at least something that is causing this full issue, as it's multiple intersects.
Interplanar tickling.
It's a lot of interplanar tickling, yes.
We have an episode. we have an episode name now. Cool.
I thought the episode name would have been Of Barbs and Beards.
That's better. Yeah. No, that's better.
Alright, but that all said, could I also have perception checks from everyone too?
I will at the same time mention to everyone. Oh, great. Well, I'm glad I got the Arcana high and took the low perception afterwards. I will mention to everyone. There's something interplanar here. Once more. Again. Stuff. Things. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Words are lost. But yeah. I will mention the interplanar tickling. Not in those words.
Let's see. Belanor and Lisana. You will spot a glint of some form of curious color for just only a brief second, but when you look away from that moment of color, you do see something a bit more ugly. Clutching what appears to be a skull in its hand, a humanoid bird-faced creature, crooning and cawing as it holds this skull and stroking its talons over its surface.
Oh, this looks fun.
Would I know what this creature is?
It is not elemental in nature, but you can give me a religion check.
Would any of us? Who gets to roll what?
Well, religion checks can be made.
Judging by how it looks, can I do a divine sense instead of religion?
I'm not sure.
Well, I'm not sure if it's in range, that's the thing.
I mean, it's not. I'll do religion.
Instead of doing religion, do you want to assist me with that? Too late.
You are barely able to remember what this thing is. You know it as a fiend, something from the lower planes, specifically demonic, known as a Vrock.
Oh, fun.
And after it is crooning and cawing, and does happen to see some interesting things that are of color. Bright reds, blues. Things that are not gray.
I know where all my divine smites are going.
Yep. But eventually this thing just recognizes you, and in a guttural tone, I
speak Infernal, not Abyssal, sorry.
Speaking of which.
Same language type, but same alphabet, whatever, but not quite the same spoken language. What is it with me and initiative rolls?
Not that I rolled any better.
You roll better sometimes, though. I just consistently roll terribly on initiative. I should just take the freaking alert feat just for the +5 to initiative.
Lisana, I have a crazy idea for our turn. Rocky just needs to agree to it.
Oh, we've actually got 2 pairs, haven't we?
Yeah.
16s and 6s.
I have a crazy idea for a turn.
No, 3 16s and 2 6s.
I just need Rocky to okay it. That's all that needs to happen.
I mean, you need me to okay it too.
I mean, yes.
The thing is, let's see. Let's see. I'm just trying to think on how this would all fit together, given that this thing has a initiative in the middle between y'all two. So it's gonna be weird.
Fluid combat. Question. Before Lisana goes. Question.
Yes.
Is it possible to imbue one of her arrows with Divine Smite?
It is technically your strikes that are Divine Smiting.
Fuck.
I believe Divine Smite also specifies it has to be a melee weapon.
Yes. I will allow things outside of it, though, with a high enough religion check.
Oh, you're telling me I can imbue her arrow with...
You have to declare what level now, and you have to roll a religion check. Else things may go awry.
What level of what? Because I don't have any attack magics.
Your spell level that you're using for the Divine Smite.
Lisana, do you want to do this?
I mean, it sounds reasonable, providing I hit.
This would be a really good time to convert.
I'll do a first level, Rocky, just to try it out.
Mm-hmm. This would be a really good time to
convert.
All right,
first level spend. All right.
How much? Lisana?
Well, give me a religion check. Ah, good. You got high enough for it. This is your action. Lisana, you've got an arrow that is currently imbued with a what I probably will believe is going to be a nice shiny dragon head on the arrow tip.
Yes.
Can I also cast Dreadful Strikes with this?
Yes, that is your bonus action to do.
This is going to be a weird arrow.
I'm so glad that hit.
23 will hit. That is just double checking resistances. Okay, it is not any of that. It is magical. That does do the full damage of the arrow. And I need that damage for the Divine Smite. And it is a fiend. $13. As it does streak off and across, and it does impact. And there is this flash of light, and that is an effective hit. That was... Why do I allow this stuff?
Curiosity.
Pure
yes. Curiosity.
You just want to say if it would go through.
There is still a second attack, and you can sacrifice another one slot, Dave, if you want to try it.
Do you want to try it again?
Let's go for it.
All right, religion check. What?
I'm doing a second level this time.
Okay. Roll religion. It's enough.
The look of...
Oh no.
But the arrow will go wide.
Rip.
Oh, that's too bad.
I mean...
We tried. We got the first one.
Yeah, my spell's not still being consumed,
I was about to
right?
say, any movement and all that? Since Vakhuil, you still got your
No,
movement.
because in my case especially, I don't think that I could get a clear shot if I move closer.
That's pretty
I'm just gonna get in front of everyone.
Mm-hmm.
I can still bonus action, right?
You still got your bonus, yes.
It is really far away.
How long has it been? Oh no, never mind. Normally that one finished by now.
There'd have been a long rest since,
Okay.
so
Cool.
I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to leave it at that. There's been a long rest since then. Did you say that?
Yes, you did. You
there
get
has, yes.
your shield of faith back,
Oh.
or whatever it was.
So it's that and that. Did I do anything else? No. Okay.
The Vrock will hold the skull in its hand and weave the other over the skull as it turns it over. As it seems to almost pull a large red-black shade from the skull's interior.
Oh.
You weren't kidding when you said large.
Pulling the attached creature from the skull.
Reminded of that time Dave said a tiger on an inn. Only he pulled it out of his bag, not out of the skull that time.
It will go on the same initiative as the Vrock. Then it will... How far we go?
So we have 4 16s.
4 16s and 2 6s.
And that's what we got here. So, got it here.
That's 666 twice over.
Belanor and Pelaios.
Oh, it's out then.
First question. How far away are both of these from where I am? We have about 60 feet and about 45 feet. Okay.
Should be able to reach either of them.
Hmm.
And something tells me we probably want to focus on the work if it can make friends.
Not wrong.
I'm kind of scared of how much damage this thing will do to me, I'll be honest.
That's probably fair. Right. Frici, do you want to go first? Or Belanor? Whatever. Wow. I'm going to get used to that one day. You're above me in turn order, so go for it if you want.
I posted the thingy in the wrong chat.
Oh.
But that's the other thingy.
Oh, this looks pretty.
Quite.
That one.
Da-da-da-da.
Mm.
It's not quite a rabbit out of a
What?
hat, but
Yeah.
some sort of shadow fiend out of a skull works
Cool.
just as well.
Would the previous checks we did tell me anything more about it?
About what?
As in, would I understand what I can hit this thing with?
Well... Let's see. I need to remember what your check was on that.
22 on perception.
22. Well, that was just to see it. To understand its nature is a religion check. But yeah, it's a demon. It seems to be. It would be resistant to things that are chaotic within that space.
Yeah, we know it's demonic. I think you said, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so with all that anyone would ever know about demons and demonology, especially those of us who've never had any religious training. Arcana, so maybe.
A little bit of Arcana could also glean into it, yes.
I know what I'm gonna do for each, so if you want me to go first, I can.
Go first.
Cool.
I'm done my thought.
Yeah, that's fine. I am gonna burn. I say burn. 2 sorcery points. And cast Mind Spike, twin spelled on both of them.
Oh boy.
Which is nope, Mind Spike is here. That's a DC 15 save for half damage for 20.
Going for the Vrock.
Motherfucker. Still 10 psychic damage.
And the other thingy.
Full 20 psychic damage, and I will now also know Shadow What's-It's location as long as it remains on this plane and it cannot become hidden from me in any way. Which actually, come to think of it, given what it looked like, could probably be a really good thing. It looks like the sort of thing which likes to hide. So yeah, 10 damage to the rock, 20 to the... I don't know, what are we calling it? Shadow... Look, summon Shadow, there we are. Whatever.
How about we call it nobody?
How about nothing, so no one gets confused? That's action. What time of day is it?
Midday.
Of course it is. And that's for your wrong selection. There we are. I will move up this way just in case there's any sort of things which might ruin everyone's day. No bonus action, and I will end my turn there. Did that actually end? No, it didn't. Okay.
Probably because it's technically my turn.
Oh, that would do it, yeah, because I went first because you hadn't worked out what you wanted to do yet. Cool.
I
That
guess
well end my turn when I get to it.
that works. So let's see. I guess I'm gonna go with this. In lack of everything of something different. I'm gonna try to hit the rock with a produce flame. That won't hit.
That will
I think-
yes.
Is it in range? 30,
Actually, that's a good
30
point.
feet? You
Is
would
it in
know
range?
it was out of range.
Yeah, no.
So
Yeah.
Oh, it's 30.
Yeah,
it's
30.
not 60. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
How far is this? Not so far. Why do I keep always forgetting that it's 30, not 60?
because like 90%
Because you
of the
hope for
spells are 60.
Firebolt.
Yeah.
Actually,
Firebolt's
I guess, because I put
120.
for Firebolt.
Firebolt laughs at your 60 feet of range.
Well, you can still move to get in range of one of them, somewhat.
Yeah, you'd be able to get
Or do
just
something
about,
else,
You'd be able
but,
to get just about in range of both of them, I think.
I don't.
But that
really
is
want
a
to-
bit of an upward slope, as we see. Like I said,
That's
a
fair.
couple little cliffy bits.
Yeah, I don't think I want to move currently. So instead, I'll do something different.
All right, what you
Which
doing?
actually still works in what I was thinking. Did that go twice? No, wait.
Frostbite. No, it just rolls the 2d6 because it's extra damage now that you're of a
It
certain level.
highlighted the entire block for me, so I got confused.
Weird. All right, DC 15 con save on the Vrock.
Let's hope you roll lower than it did from my wisdom save. Never mind.
Oh,
I mean, it did.
I mean, it did. Not to substantial effect, though.
Mhm.
Also, that's a
Yeah.
fairly hefty bonus to saving throws on both wisdom and constitution.
Well, that's just one was proficient and one is flat. Demons are hardy, pretty things.
Either way, +4's a
That's
bit
fair.
obnoxious.
Yeah.
It does take damage on failed saves, though, doesn't it?
No,
So that's at least.
not on a cantrip.
Not on Frostbite.
Oh.
If you look at the two things, mine says half damage on Mind Spike, yours says no damage or effect.
There again. Been a while.
That's your turn?
Yeah, that will be the turn. Where am I? I am here. And turn. And yours.
Yep.
Lisana and Vakhuil.
Are we doing this again?
Well, you have to be adjacent. That's the thing.
Yeah, and I'm actually moving closer to the rock. I'm going to use Misty Step and move. There, I think, is within range.
Mm-hmm.
With your longbow, more or less everything on this map is in range.
Won't be
Can't
able
even make it
to
over there.
get the won't be able to get the dreadful strike since you did use the bonus action.
Yep, I'm fully aware, but that's okay.
Positioning.
I'm going to take a shot at the rock.
That will go wide as its wings beat as you were trying to get to that one. Second shot still. That will connect.
This fits with the last time with Misty Step. I missed the first shot right after it because I'm
You
Little
realise
disoriented.
from it.
if you're
Yeah.
not careful, you're going to have to incorporate into your character that every time you teleport in any way, you're just completely disoriented afterwards. Just as it's going to have
She'll
to
get used to it eventually. This is only the second time she's ever
That is fair.
actually
That is
used it on herself.
true. That's true.
Mm-hmm. All right, Vac, what about you?
Can I make it up here to be next to
You'll
to
need
whatever
an
this thing is?
athletics check to climb up.
Sure, let's try it.
You'll be able to get up to the edge here.
Well,
all your movement?
according to him, it is.
Because vertical movement.
That's fair.
As each of those cliff faces is about 20 feet.
Ah, yeah, that'll do it. 20 feet, or to Vac, Everest.
Anything with your bonus action, Vac?
I'm looking.
Shield of Faith on yourself?
Yeah, sure, why not? And that will end my turn. Oh, good.
I knew it.
It's fine.
The
I'm
rock
sure we
will
can handle that.
hold the skull in both hands and it emits a horrifying screech. I need constitution saving throws from everyone.
Oh, I'm proficient in these. It won't make the slightest bit of difference. What did I say about it not making a difference? Fucking 2.
Lisana and Pelaios, you are stunned.
Fantastic. Stunned. Incapacitated. So that's no actions or reactions. Can't move, can speak
Oh,
only
I
faltering away.
rolled the wrong thing. Does it matter? No, it's the same +4.
The save would add a little bit more to it, so I know the
No,
extra
it's
to it.
+4 too.
You
Oh, it is? Oh, yeah.
You rolled high enough anyway, it doesn't matter.
I thought you would have gotten
yeah.
like a smaller bonus because of one of your
No,
things.
it's both +4. I'm seeing it right here.
Alright, that's next level. Yeah, I was thinking something different.
So, yeah, we have no actions or reactions, can't move. We can speak only falteringly, which won't be new experience for Pelaios. We automatically fail strength and dexterity, and attack rolls against us have advantage.
Yeah.
Which is to say, we're going to die.
Well, you'll be stunned until the end of its next turn. That's all I can do right now. Belanor. It's about 10 feet in the air from you.
That.
It is now in range of your produce flame.
It is, yeah.
If you happen to have any spells called straight up fucking murder this thing, that would also be a good time to use that.
No, blame Dasha. I'm not gonna do anything to that effect. Instead, I'm just gonna cast a backskin on myself.
Bonus armor class. Always good.
The scream wouldn't have caused the necessary concentration check, would it? Because it wasn't damage and it's not a special.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Correct.
And do anything else? Want to do anything else? No, I think that's it. That's in my turn.
Pelaios will sort of just stand there, very slightly swaying. And not saying anything, just very slightly swaying. He looks slightly dazed for some reason.
Okay.
Unless you've turned around, you might not have noticed that me and Lisana are having a really bad day.
No. Yeah.
We're not screaming out in pain or anything. Just so.
I'm just gonna hit this thing.
Yep.
I don't know what else to do.
That will hit.
And Divine Smite.
It is a fiend.
It will be 2nd level.
How many 2nd level spell slots do you have?
Oh, that was it.
Okay.
Oh, 22.
Oh.
Funny fact,
3
a
seconds
shadow
on D8s.
demon is vulnerable to radiant damage.
Fucking aces. 48s. 48s,
Good.
3 of which rolled a 7. 1 of which rolled a 1, but 3 of which rolled a 7, plus vulnerability, which doubles that damage.
Yeah.
Straight up, that's 50, no, 50, yeah, 50 total damage, is that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna bang my shield and hammer together and shout, "What now, foul demon?"
I would have thought you would have just turned and ran and jumped and just try to go for the overhand smash on the rock.
Can I do that?
You have the movement, which I'll be allowing for the jump after, and you still have the attack roll available, so yes. But what happens after you take the 20-foot vault, we can only see.
So I can jump and hit it?
You can try.
You can jump
You gotta
with
make
your
an
face.
athletics check to jump.
Fuck it, I'll do it.
Fucking 50 damage.
That'll make it to the distance. I need the attack roll as you make your way down. That'll hit. Roll damage.
You have first level. No, can you divine smite more than once in a turn?
Yes,
Yeah.
as long as it's on a hit.
Yes. I will divine smite. I'm lagging on roll 20 a bit.
That's fine.
First level spell slot. And it is a fiend, right? Yeah.
It is a fiend.
That's another 2 7s on the d8s.
As you give it a mighty, mighty blow. Let's see.
Time to fall!
30 health,
Yep.
30 health left.
Give,
Well done,
let's
that's
let's see how much damage you take as you impact on the ground.
Can I, like... No, I can't.
You deserve that, in fairness.
12 damage.
Max falling damage, because you weren't even slightly concerned with how you were falling, you were just aiming straight for the rock's face. Like, you could have tried to fall
Yep.
and land properly, but fuck that.
30
I-
damage
I-
total on that.
What?
Can I just
That
point
was
out,
30 damage total.
can I just point
Goodness
out,
there.
in one turn,
On that hit.
at level 5, Dave has just done 80 damage in one turn.
Yes. Against demons, though.
I mean, there were things to his advantage, sure, but 80 damage in one turn.
Yeah. I think that's your turn, Vex.
Do I need to roll a concentration check?
Yes, you do have to roll me a concentration check, as your knees are hurting a lot. You save. You're able to keep the Shield of Faith on.
That's my turn.
That did.
This rock is probably pissed the fuck off right now.
Oh, yes.
I really hope so, because 2 of us can't do anything to stop it trying to kill us. Not that you know this yet, but...
Yeah, it was actually going to go attack somebody else, but you have insulted it. You have hit it. It's not having a good time. So it's going to attack.
I'm glad, because it has advantage against its attack.
Does that
rolls.
mean it came to the ground?
On the ground, yes.
Okay.
Well, it's only 5 feet above you, so it's still kind of flying, but we'll see the attacks here. One with the claws.
That meets.
Your AC is 23 with Shield of Faith, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably gonna hurt a little.
Probably just a little.
20 damage.
Unless it rolls good enough.
That'll hurt.
I need a Constitution saving throw from you, Dave.
Did I just take 20 damage?
Yes.
You just take 20 damage. Yes.
On top of the 12 you already took, it's DC 10 though, because it's half damage for concentration saves, right?
Well,
Shield of Faith is down. Now it's going to try to peck you with a beak.
Uh-oh.
But they were crying that time. And then...
Oh, no.
and then what, Rocky? I'm scared.
And then it will swing the skull in your direction as a lashing of shadow emits from it.
Is that legal?
It's a 13, so it'll miss. But that is the Vrock's turn. Pelaios and Lisana are no longer stunned.
I am hurt, by the way. I have less than half of my HP.
No shot.
Oh,
I shake out of it
it's my turn.
and narrow my eyes at the rock just as a thing when its stun breaks off because reasons.
So, seeing that, Belanor, considering I can probably go. Can I get near him without provoking the thing? I should be able
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're
mean, I
moving,
can go this way and that way. It's
you're
enough
moving
movement.
into attack range, not out of it. So
So, let's see. Then one of my new slots. And I'm gonna be casting 2 wounds. Third level.
"17 healing.
That helps a lot.
And Pelaios, what you gonna do?
So, having just recovered from whatever the fuck just happened, he's not entirely sure because he was a little out of it. He's going to narrow his eyes at the rock and is going to cast, because I didn't think this bit through. I do have spell slot back there. He said it's middle of the day, so... Mind Spike is no longer relevant because that thing died, so concentration isn't a thing. He's going to scowl at her. Right then.
Sure.
He starts muttering again. The area around him darkens. All of that darkness pretty much flows over him and coalesces onto his hands, and he's just going to fire a bolt of lightning straight through the rock.
Alright. Lightning bolt, eh?
That's a lot of dice.
That is a lot of dice. Let's...
DC 15 for half
DC
damage
15.
on 28 lightning damage. In a 100-foot line off there, I doubt there's much flammable in that direction, but if there is, it's now on fire.
Ah, it rolled a 13.
That's 28 lightning damage.
It's 14.
Motherfucker.
Lightning doesn't appear to be super effective against demons.
Rude.
Quite rude. Chaotic, roiling energy and all that.
And wait, that's action. There's no bonus actions I can take anymore. And no, I'm going to stay where I am because there's not really any benefit to moving.
Lisana and Vakhuil. Since Lisana does have the higher dex, we'll have Lisana go first.
What
I'm
dex?
gonna-
I don't have any.
I'm gonna cast Dreadful Strikes on it again and take a shot.
Alright, let's see what we got there. A 4 will miss. Let's see that second shot then. The 16 will connect. Ah! 17 damage. As you are able to... As this thing is crowing and cawing and swinging the skull around, as it brings up the skull again, probably about to do something weird, it is shot quite in the neck with a loud grok as it drops this skull to the ground.
Thank God. Who wants to look at a skull?
Yeah, can I examine that to find out what's going on with it?
I will also walk over to take a look at that.
Yep, just one moment. I actually have to open up a particular page first.
Uh-oh.
So, let's see. I'll need investigation or arcana.
From all of us?
From the two examining the skull.
I will roll Arcana for sure. Oh, come on.
Can I assist him in that, by the way? Like a religion-esque kind of help?
Well,
We
that would be
already
a religion,
rolled.
you know? Religion and arcana don't exactly mesh.
They do on a battlefield when the religious nutjobs are trying to kill the mages.
Well, Lisana, with the 18 on investigation, you see that it's a skull-shaped rock, and it does appear to have some sort of formation in the interior of the skull, but you're not quite able to discern exactly what it is. But it looks to be like some sort of skull-shaped geode. Pelaios, can you roll me that Arcana check again as you start to handle it as well?
I can probably manage that. That's more like it. On closer inspection.
As you start to handle it, you see those crystalline features glimmer and glint with inner shadows and lights going through an array of colors, and you feel a presence very similar to how your own magic sort of feels. There's a resonance there. And you feel that this may be not just a rock, but it may have been something more.
First of all, he will narrow his eyes again in curiosity, in certain amount of focus / curiosity or whatever. Is the rock, or is he trying to? What are you trying to say? Is the inside like wedged in? Is it encased? Is it?
Think of it as a nice big old skull, and inside the skull is like a geode.
It's removable then.
As in, the interior of the skull has geode crystals.
Oh, so the entire thing is like one solid thing. Okay, I see what you mean. Can I?
There is one other thing.
Oh, good.
You do know that this is actually, given the composition of what you hold in your hand, it is Shadowstone. And from what you can probably guess, given the shape, this is a fossilized skull.
Nice. There's a point, actually. Do we recognise what the skull is from?
Some form of humanoid.
Yeah, cool.
Humanoid.
Some form of humanoid. He will take effectively a thread of magic, basically unformed, and just sort of basically poke the skull with a thread of his magic.
Yeah, when you do so, the inner crystals seem to, glow and flare in various neat, cool, scintillating colors.
Ooh,
it seems to have
pretty.
Yes, quite pretty.
Cool. This is
Is that a thing a sorcerer can cast magic through?
I think it might
this might be something. It'll take some time to possibly see if it attunes correctly.
be. Yeah, whereas that, why not to be cursed, because why not?
But with this particular present and demonic threat finished, can I have...
I'll tuck
Can
it
I
away
have
for
some
later investigation.
wisdom? Yeah. Can I have some wisdom checks from everybody? Wisdom saves, actually.
Saves.
Yes,
Saves.
11?
Five.
Okay.
27 on...
Natural 20?
Fuck's sake, Frici.
Alright. So, Belanor, you will recognize what is happening with your current vision as an effect shown. Lisana, Vakhuil, Pelaios / no one.
God damn it.
It feels like your body is being pulled and transported, and vision split between two things.
Is one of them where we currently are, or is it two completely different things?
Two completely different locations.
Oh, good.
In one, you happen to see a forest, lush green, though it seems to glow with embers underneath, and a sensation of rage. Another one is a turn much further into a barren white wasteland with a barest glimmer of green out of the corner of the bottom of your eye. And there is while this sensation is momentarily fleeting, it is disorienting. But Belanor, you recognize that it's something, a vision granted from beyond divine. And eventually you come back to this gray wasteland, and the tree's looking a bit more healthy, gaining some green color at its edges, as it seems to be free of whatever tainting influence has been used with it.
Huh?
Elf. Why is it that whenever I see weird shit, it always seems to be tied to you and your nature stuff?
You don't want me to answer that.
Because he's a druid.
Quite.
Dude.
Well, thankfully, you would be able to finish with what you're doing there. You have probably figured out what's been going on. And you still have the journey back as well.
Is that skull a thing that he can attune to?
Why, yes, it is something he can attune to, and after some time with attunement. Yes, I said I may need to actually go into it and fix it, but that would be a vestige known as the Shadowstone Geode.
Ooh, fan. Shiny.
And from what you can tell after tuning with it, few couple other strange visions would be that whatever belonged to this skull was shunted to the Shadowfell before meeting its demise, and its skull eventually shunted back.
Neat.
And once I fix up the item itself with some other bits and pieces, I'll be sure to attach it to give the item to you.
Yay! Shinies.
But just to tell you what it will
Shinies
currently do is when attuned to the Shadowstone Geode, you will have a number of additional sorcery points equal to your proficiency bonus. Also,
That's a
while
lot.
used as an
That's a lot.
also while used also while used as your arcane focus, you gain insight into the secrets of twisting magic further to your will. While focusing magic through your geode, the number of metamagic options you know increases by 1.
Neat.
So pretty much you'll get to choose.
A bonus
You're getting
metamagic
another
and
bonus
more
metamagic to
sorcery
pick up.
points.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Funky.
What Rocky is saying here is spend more.
Yeah, pretty much.
Use that resource.
Yeah. I can probably manage that. Just about.
Is anyone missing health except me?
No.
I think it's just you.
We've managed to get through 2 fights, and the only person who took any damage is the one who launched themselves off a fucking cliff.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna heal myself for 16.
Of course.
I mean, we could have an argument could be made.
We could take a long rest.
Yeah, an argument could be made that we spend the evening camping.
Well, sure, but I can literally give myself 25 health if I need to.
Just literally right now, yeah.
We could also just start going on our way back.
We could.
And thankfully, the trekking out, at least going back the same way-ish, you were able to figure that out relatively easily. So it'll be...
Did we know the name of the rock? I think you worked out, but we did know the actual name of it, didn't you? Or did we not know that, just that it was demonic?
You just knew that it was called a rock. You knew what it was called.
We didn't know in depth. Okay, no, that's fine. I just feel that us having a name to identify it by when we go and report to the local monarch might be helpful.
I'm just fixing up a couple things here. Well, fun fact. As you are returning to Risona, it seems to be that there is quite an event going on.
Ooh.
It seems to be that as you get through to the edge, all the farmlands seem to be quite clear. In addition, there seems to be small carnivals and little celebrations going on in the city proper. And when asked, it's harvest close. It is the end of harvest. The harvest is over, and the bountiful pull is being celebrated. But what these visions mean, what this stone could do, I think may have to be spoken of at another time, as that's kind of all the content I got currently.
Oh shit, I ran out of story.
Before we end though, what kind of harvest do they have here? Because I'm genuinely interested, because it seems rather barren around here.
Well, thankfully they have magically created farms inside the city wall. That's what some of those squares you saw on the city map
That
are.
would make sense. And is there is it like specific vegetables and stuff they don't have on the other side of the mountain range?
Various grains, tubers, funguses. It seems to be a large variety, and there seems to be some tubers here that are not quite native.
Okay, that's all. I was just genuinely interested.
Mm-hmm.
Either on our way back or when we get back, Pelaios will, in the evening or on a night's watch or whenever, it doesn't particularly matter, find or get Vakhuil alone.
Oh no.
Roll initiative! No. Like, probably if we've gone back, we'll just say in or something, but we'll get Vakhuil alone. And we'll say, I think we do actually have time for this, don't we? We don't need to end immediately now, do we?
No, we don't.
No, cool. And we'll say, cast your spell again. The stupid one you tried to use last time.
Okay, I'll cast Zone of Truth.
I will not try to resist it. As established. And you'll know, obviously, therefore, that I technically failed the check. Save, whatever. And you'll notice at this point, given how completely calm Pelaios normally is, like, when he gets irritated, the most that happens is he narrows his eyes. So now he just looks uncomfortable and awkward. Which you would notice no matter how drunk you were at this point, unless you were flat out on the floor, but you were able to cast a spell, so you're not that drunk.
You'd be surprised.
Dwarves. But in any case, he looks noticeably uncomfortable. I say this not because I believe you have any real right to know, but seeing as we seem to be travelling together, having you at the least not distrust me would be advantageous. I'm known as Pelaios. My name is no one. I do not currently have any intent or mean to harm any of this party, this group. I never have seriously in the past. And as best I can say, I have no expectation to do so in the future. There are things I cannot and will not tell you about my employment and my life, simply because it is either not mine to say, or I have other obligations. And then he will simply get up and go upstairs and leave.
Is this a spell I can just end? Because there's probably other people in my Zone of Truth right now.
Well, it probably took you aside from that.
Suddenly, the entire pub or whatever just starts speaking the truth to each other. Marriages are ended.
Just leave it on.
I mean, to be fair, that's what alcohol does already.
Not wrong. Zone of Truth. No one even
just
noticed.
leave it on and enjoy what happens.
It depends how chaotic you want to be.
Well,
is it on a spot, or does it move?
It
with
is
me
specifically on a spot,
centered on a point of your choice within range. I would have just walked up to you where you were sitting.
I'll just leave it in the bar and just move away.
Yeah,
just go to bed.
Yeah, that all said, there has been one other change since that particular vision, particularly with our ranger. You may remember that there was a small little nub of a show of something that the
oh, this was when I first cast this guy's self and made myself look like this.
A little bit, yes, funny. But there, ever since that vision, they're not nubs anymore. Vixie, if you would like to describe what is currently seen now.
Essentially, they're forming into like ram-shaped horns, like a dragon-esque form.
Huh.
Them curly horns that you see on dim
Neat.
goats and satyrs.
For my anime people, basically Ares from Fairy Tale.
Thank you, that helps.
That doesn't help.
That helps a lot, actually.
That's helpful, yeah.
There are two types of people.
Well-
Vixie says that, and two people are like, that helps a lot, and one person is like, that doesn't help at all.
But yeah, there is something else on top of this, because you have completed this bit of the story, and there is a bit of a choice therein after. You were given a vision of two places. I'm curious where you may go for that. Will you be going to the jungle with embers and rage, or that barren wasteland of light with the glimmer of green?
Belanor was the one who
I
got the most
want to
understanding.
vote Wasteland.
Honestly, I could do with some green at this point. I'll be honest.
Well, one was a jungle, one was the frozen north. Well, not too frozen north, but a very familiar area to Belanor, as it felt similar to
I think
to
I can probably
places
guess
near
where the
Uthidar.
jungle is.
yeah. So it just depends.
Meta.
Jungle
Not that meta, actually.
or tundra.
I think we.
There's only
already
one
got
jungle on
both.
the map. What the fuck do you mean?
Like it?
It's a long
I
way
think
away.
We already got enough votes for the jungle, so
I think we have.
might as well.
So just so I can hear from each person individually on the vote. Dark, jungle, tundra.
I vote jungle. Pelaios will shrug and say, let's go somewhere slightly less empty for a change.
And Vakhuil / Dave.
Jungle.
Frici.
Jungle works for me.
And just so we have the opinion of everyone, Lisana / Vixie. Jungle or tundra?
You know, Lisana would actually probably say jungle because closest to forest.
Yeah, actually the jungle would, at least some of the trees would be recognizable to Lisana as well. So it's familiar to home.
Plus, if the other point would be the tundra, Belanor is traveling. He doesn't want to go back home yet.
The only
He's on his
reason
gap year.
Lisana wants to go to the tundra is because of curiosity.
Yes. But it does feel like if you do go to the jungle, then that means probably getting closer to home. Well, that means I gotta build encounters and all that, but that's all the content I
no.
got. Now that I know which area you're going to next. Oh boy. I'm gonna need some time then.
Oh shit, that means I'm
yeah,
going
so-
towards home as well.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm guessing my shield hasn't leveled yet.
No, I know when stuff levels, so I'll tell you when it increases.
Okay, I just figured I'd ask.
Launching
Your
yourself
shield-
off a cliff isn't character development. If anything, that's
Of course it is.
That's noticeably lack of character
Listen,
development. You haven't
listen.
not to jump off cliffs.
Listen, I used my shield as like a snowboard.
Pardon, I'm looking up one thing. Just to remind myself. Okay, making sure. There we are. That all said, there is something else to be said now that you've had your rest and you've completed this little bit of arc as well. You all can level up to level 6.
Shit, I have to pick spells again. I hate doing that.
Yes, and I think we might be able to end the video around now.